Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Tisa Azizah. Here I will explain the characteristic of young and adult learners and how children learns. Okay, just go straight to the discussion. The first is the characteristic of young and adult learners. Young learners basically have a holistic approach to language where they can understand the meaning of message or word, but they can catch the meaning. For example, I once saw a video of a father and his sons asking whether their child was fasting or not, and the child answered that he was fasting. And the father asked again whether his child he had eaten or not, which his son answered if he had eaten. So basically, the young learners understood what the cause person or teacher mean, but they could not catch with what the cause person or teacher mean. For mature young learners also have a lower level of awareness of themselves as language learners and of the learning process. For example, in class, uh, in in class and during learning, young learners can only focus for about 10 minutes, and after that they begin to focus on other things, or things that interest them. Not only that, there are also more concerned with themselves than others. For example, when learning and the teacher asks his student to name the fruit, and they compete to name the first fruit. So being a young learner is indeed more concerned with his own ego. Wait, and then young learners uh, also only have limited knowledge about the world, and young learner also have his imagination, have imagination, ha- have his imagination. For example, they are exploring their imagination and memory in great detail, but in teaching something they have seen. Next is about how children learns. In this material, there are three theories according to expert. The first is visual. The first is sensory motor stage. This stage from months, where children learn through interaction with the world around them and also through the use of their sense. The second is of pre-operational stage. The stage is uh, the stage is from the age of the child, 18 to 18 months to 7 years, where at the stage the child is developing towards to the next stage. Meaning this the child begins to use some aspect of the concrete world around them, and begins to understand the information profit get around them in fundamental. Why is through the use of their imagination and memory. The three is concrete operational stage. The stage is from children age from 7 years, where children are already able to operate and learn through interaction uh, with the concrete world around them, moving towards the final stage, which will include more abstract thinking. And the last is formal operational stage. The stage is approximately 20 years old to adulthood, where at the stage children are able to develop more abstract thinking and understand, and coincides with puberty and development towards adulthood. Next is Vygotsky. Vygotsky assumes the learning occurs when learning children learns to handle tasks that have not been studied, but these tasks are still within the reach or their abilities, or those tasks are in the zone of proximal development. And the last is Brunner, according to the learning process can be carried out well if it goes through their stage of cognitive development is inactive, iconic, and symbolic. Where is inactive learning through uh, movement or action? For example, children only play with books; they don't read or study them. And for iconic, learns through picture or icons. For example, children begins to be interested by looking at the picture in books, and the last is symbolics. Here, children uh, learns through abstract symbols, and children start reading books for their research. And this is the difference between young adult learners. The child rely on others to decide what is important to be learned, and adults decide for themselves what is important to be learned. The child again see the information being present at the face value, and the adults need to validate the information based on experience. And children expect what they are learning to be useful in the future, and adults expect what they are learning to be immediately useful. And children again have little or not experience upon which to draw, and adults have much less experience upon which to draw, and children a little ability to serve as knowledge research. Adults significant ability to serve as knowledge research, and the children encourage concurrent thinking. Adults encourage the virgin thinking, and children use specific concrete thought, but adults use knowledge abstract thought. And the children rote learning, adult activity learning, uh, children subject center, but although that's a problem, I think I think that's all for me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.